Hey, how you doing? I just want to do a video so we can give you people who live in New York City mostly, but this might go for honestly any shelter, to be honest. Things you might need to bring when you're going on your first shelter visit. You might say shelter visit. That's what basically essentially it is. Depending on what time you see this is so weird too. Depending on what time you're seeing, people say they are allowed people in the building and path in New York City. People say they're not allowing it. I guess depends how much owner is going around and how much I guess the numbers are. But I know people who went up in there since last year. So yeah, I don't know. It depends, I guess, what's going on. So anyway, some things you're going to need. Hey, it's your girl Kdid. So one thing you're gonna need is birth certificate. And if you don't know, PATH is a shelter in the shelter in New York City for families. They have different. Don't get me wrong. They have other shelters in New York City. Was not like the main family, but the main family shelter in New York City is in the Bronx. It's yeah, so it's in the Bronx. You're gonna need another family shelter. They have other shelters, women, men, youth. But I'm talking about the family shelter right now. Most shelters need, honestly, kind of the same thing. Only difference is, I want to say, is the men and women shelter. They need different the youth shelter. They need different documentation of how to prove where you've been living. I think it's a year. It's not 2 years. For families, you need to prove where you've been for the past 2 years. You live in by giving bills, light bills, a letter from the landlord, things like that, or a lease or whatever, something like that, to show that you've been living in a certain place and you can't go back. And they want to call these people. They don't want to keep you in shelter. You know, it's a money-making business, but you know, whatever. So you need a birth certificate for you and your kids. You need a social security card for you and your kids. You need what else do you need? You need a letter if you need to get evicted. Bring the eviction paperwork. And also, most times it depends also who you get that day. So people want you to bring your kids. Before you had no choice. You had to bring your kids no matter what, whether it's school or not. It didn't matter. But with owner happening, sometimes I say bring your kids. Sometimes they don't. Honestly, just to be on the safe side, bring your kids. And if you feel like you deserve to get your stuff and be in shelter, because especially if you have nowhere to go, so you don't want to be on the street with your kids, do a fair hearing. They'll deny people for a minute. I would say a year. People have been in shelter not getting their stuff for a year because they got denied over and over again. It's better to make sure you ask them why you denied. If the paper does not, like, if you don't understand what they're writing to you, everybody will just go and give you legal whatever. If you don't understand what you're getting denied for, ask for a fair hearing, or go there and ask like workers, or try to call. But sometimes when you call, you don't get nobody. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I've called most times and I got people, but some people say they call and they don't get anybody. So I don't really know. So just be aware of that.